Hello everybody and welcome back to Chrono Trigger, and this is part 33. And so this is a new recording session right there, and I was having a little trouble right there. And so yeah, this is a completely new recording session here. This boss battle right here, this is probably my like 20th attempt here, because it's like this dude it was at my current levels there, it was pretty powerful, and it would just wipe me out completely. You know, probably like halfway through, and I was just like, ugh. So just to note, I actually did some off-screen grinding there with getting some tech abilities. I show it off later in the video there. You'll see me has some tech abilities that I didn't really show off there. Before I went to this battle here, I actually had went to grind a little bit for tech points, just to, you know, get more of the tech abilities there, and I could probably get more, you know, like dual or even triple tech abilities there. And so basically the strategy for this right here is, as you're seeing here, I am using Marl and Frog and Chrono, and I am using the arc impulse triple, which I think you've seen it already. I know I showed it off already, but I pretty much use that as my means to deal the huge damage there. So like this right here, what I do is I do the you know, the arc impulses a few times there, and then eventually when the basically this thing is called Reverse Chrono, as you can see. It's pretty similar to the Chrono that Asla had, maybe some minor differences maybe. But I probably pretty the same actually, now I'm looking at it. So really the strategy is if a character gets eaten like that, or they do he does the little fire thing there, you should heal immediately. And what I'm using is the double cure between Marl and Frog there, because it actually heals like almost completely. And so yeah, so this right here, that's the arc impulse right there. And I use Marl to get everybody in haste there. That pretty much lasts the entire battle there. I don't think the haste actually expires unless you die. So I pretty much get quite a bit arc impulses in there before, and once the counter gets down to like 1, I actually wait around to get the hit and actually use Marl and Frog's double cure, and that pretty much just heals everybody. So when you're at like 2 or 3 there, you can go ahead and do your triple. So after this one right here, I will actually wait around for the attack to go, and I will use the double cure. There we go. So then do double cure. So really what you really need is just either 1 or 2 people that can actually heal everybody really well. Probably almost to the point of actually like fully healing them. You could use, like, for an example, you could have Marl and Robo, and I think that's the cure wave there. I think you need a heal wave and cure 2, I think, for that tech ability to actually trigger getting it. And that is pretty similar to the double cure here. So yep. So let's see here. So the battle here is almost over here. I think I do 1 or 2 more of these, and then that's it. Yeah, I think I do 1 more. Just kind of like do it anyways, because you should have time to actually, you know, get in the double cure there. But that right there, that was a final blow. So we get quite a bit of experience points there. So with that out of the way, so now I'm gonna go back and save, and I'm gonna heal up as well there, because that was a very, I was like you know, fist pumping there at the end of that battle there, because I had a very hard time dealing with that. It shouldn't be that hard, but I guess the way that I was doing it was just, I guess it was the wrong way. But so if we go up further here, there's the rainbow shell there. We're pretty much almost to the point to where we can get some items for getting the rainbow shell here. So what's gonna happen next is after I exit out of here, we'll actually be back at the Guardia Castle there. And basically what's going to happen is they're going to ask the king to send troops over here, because now it's cleared out. It's going to be counted as cleared out. There's actually not going to be any more enemies in there. And, well, I mean, I guess they tell them how to get there, because it's like they don't necessarily like say, oh, you need to go jump down this hole and blah, 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 or whatever. I guess they just dig down there and whatever. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, so basically what this is going to do is there's actually going to be a new door as soon as you enter the castle, and you go immediately right, and you go into the little patchway there. And actually that's the first doorway that you see, which would be on the left there when you go down that way. That's to the courtroom, and then there's actually now going to be a new door next to that goes down to the basement, and that will kind of like create a little like vault down there to store the rainbow shell. And so yeah. So I thought talking to the king might do something there, but this triggers, you know, since I got Frog in my party there, they kind of triggers, you know, thing there. So it kind of changes the theme to Frog's theme, but that's okay. So now that we got that done there, we don't necessarily, there's nothing much more we can do right now. You could go to the present there and actually trigger a trial scene for the king in that timeline, but we'll be seeing that later on there. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing the restore the forest thing there. And so what we're supposed to do is we're actually supposed to go to 12,000 BC there and go to the little common place there. And I was actually like way off there. I should have like done it like in the upper right corner of the map there, because I'm like all the way in the ocean over here in this time period. And so we need to go to the it's called Commons. It's the little forest section right there. That's where everybody is at there. There's there's a woman right there where that has a little thing behind her, and she is wondering what to do with this last thing of a seed sapling. And you can say burn it and get rid of it, and that will just end the little side quest there. Or you can tell her to plant it, and down the years and centuries it will actually you know, there will be a forest, and then it will kind of and then eventually in 600 AD it will be desolate because it will just be kind of like a desert area. But now, if you remember, there wasn't any trees around the house and that little desert thing. But now that we go back, there will actually be a few trees left over nearby the house there, which actually were saved. And they actually have saplings on them. So now it's going to be that Fiona, the lady that wants to... well, I'm going to be speeding this up, by the way. I was just seeing if there's anything. I get some more mid and full tonics here and some other stuff there. But other than that, and then eventually, I was waiting around to see if he would move, which I go to the side there and I wait, and nothing happens there. And so that's what that right there is. Nothing happened, so I just kind of cut past all the waiting around and all that. So now we're going to go back to 600 AD. And we're going to go back to Fiona. And so now there should be... there should be a whirlpool next to the place there. And you don't necessarily have to talk to Fiona or whatever. You can just go straight to that whirlpool right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it right here just before I go in, because you never know. And so when we go in, she'll mention right there. I was about to switch to have Robo in my party, but it's not quite yet there. So Fiona here. So Fiona's husband came back here. That's who the guy in the corner there is. So I guess he was away and now he's back. I don't know what events triggered that, but anyway, so now that he's back there, now she wants to focus on getting the forest back. So now the thing is, though, is that in that whirlpool there are monsters down there that are kind of like sapping some stuff out of the soil, and it's making it like non-fertile, So so the monsters down there, we actually have to get rid of them. And actually, I think the little area that I first go into there's actually you actually have to clear them out, because I think the next time you go in that area there, you don't fight anything anymore. Because I went back down there, because you'll see, because you just go straight up there. It's kind of like an invisible entrance there. And so there's various treasure chests here, with mixed up there, and you'll get into these battles here. You actually fight quite a bit here. And these guys are here. I cut them out because we've seen this guy before there. We fought him in the sewers in the future there, and he's pretty much the same thing there. It's just not a boss now. And so now we're gonna clear this place out there and pretty much restore the forest here. And so this is what I'm doing right here. I'm just showing what I have that I got off screen here. I believe I got the Mega Bomb for her there. I got the Magic Mist with Magus, and I got Dino Tail with Alia there. I'm just pretty much showing off what I have so far, and so. You pretty much fight the same guys here. These guys down here, the boss in this area is weak to water or ice. There, it's kind of like a little thing with dirt. But these guys here, they're just normal enemies. They're not weak against anything per se. So just kind of use what you need to use, and So right here, I switch out Frog for Ayla because basically what you need to have. I mean, you don't necessarily need to have anybody to do a dual ice attack there. I mean, all you have to do is have either Marl or Frog in your party there, and just do Ice 2 or Water 2, and that will just be fine. But right now, I pick to have Ayla in my party there and Marl, because they have some good they have some good techniques there that will actually help there. And so we got another Aeon suit right there. And it's not like new to anybody. Everybody's had the suits already, so just don't really bother with it. So yeah, so pretty much eventually I kind of cleared this screen out. So there's pretty much no more enemies there. Going through the up one right there, that actually goes back outside there. So don't go up there. I actually do go up there, and I thought it was that's where you're supposed to go there, but you're actually supposed to go to the southern entrance there. So but the thing is that the enemies in there are actually permanent death there, so they're not gonna like re-show up. As you can see, nothing is showing up there. So now we can go down there, and there's actually more treasure chests around here. Now the thing is, with this one, the boss is actually moving around in this little spot there. So if you actually run into it, it will actually trigger the boss battle. Which, sure, why not? I mean, I would at least get the thing in the center there, because in the center there's a muscle ring there, and it actually helps really well. The rest of the stuff is just like, I think like healing items or something like that, I think there might be a few accessories here and there, but it's nothing really you need. So that's the thing that is sapping the life out of the soil. And I mean, I guess the other enemies were too, but the main boss, big guy here. So I actually I get the center one here, and I get that muscle ring, and I put that on I think I put that on Chrono. Yeah, it ups the defense, and it ups your stamina, which I guess is whatever. I actually redo all my accessories here with the 3 party members here, because I had the same setup that I had for the rush terrain now, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't need that anymore. So I go down for this one, and I actually trigger the boss battle there. I actually wanted to get all the treasure chests first, but oh well. So the gimmick for this boss here is that it's weak against water or ice, and basically what that does is that it actually it's kind of like a sand monster. And if it gets wet, it hardens the sand, and it actually makes it so that you can actually, hit it. So, the gimmick here is to actually use a water or ice ability, and it will harden it, and then you can hit it, and that's when you can hit it for very good damage there. And don't use lightning, because it will actually heal the little center. And so what you really want to do is use Ice Sword 2 if you have it, or just Ice Sword, it doesn't matter. Or alternatively, you could use Marl and Ayla's ice or cube toss there, and that will get the water hardened sand and power and do that, and then you can do Ayla's little twister ability there, and it actually does a decent amount of damage. So there goes the core. I'm not really sure if it's a thing to where you need to keep the core there, but I think the core only has like 1,000 HP or something like that, but that went away easy, and so now all you gotta do is just what I'm doing is using Ice Sword 2. That lowers the defense, and then I have and then I actually wait until I wait for Chrono and Ayla to have their turns there, and I do the Falcon hit there, and that just pretty much does the big damage there. I actually kind of wish I had all three these party members triple technique, which is called Final Attack there. That is actually a very powerful attack. but I don't have that right now there. I need Ayla's last technique there, and that will pretty much be later. So, so really the technique is just make sure everybody is healed up there. He doesn't necessarily hit anybody hard, you know, like he doesn't like hit you for like, you know, let's say like 400 damage or something. It's usually just like 200 damage and under kind of thing there. And it's not really anything to worry about there, but so that's just kind of a thing to where when you do your ice damage, your water or ice damage there on it, like it will lower its power or defense or whatever. But when you attack it, it will just, I guess its attack power goes back up or something. It kind of like cancels it out or something. So it's just kind of like you're going back and forth, and that's it. You know, there's anything spectacular about this one. This is I mean, the spray of this thing is similar to that thing that we fought on the bridge in 600 AD, you know, so it's kind of like whatever. Now I guess an alternative thing that you could do is have Chrono, Ayla, and Robo, and you can use the Twister ability, which actually might hurt a lot better than just the Twister by itself there. That might actually do quite a lot there, because that would make sense to do that. So, there right there, Ayla died there, but I'll use Marl's Life 2 there to get her back up and running again, so no big deal. It's pretty much an easy battle there. It's nothing really hard. So I'm just having Chrono on standby here just to make sure, that you know, nothing goes wrong. And so I use I think a mid-ether, yep, and because he was getting a little bit low there. So I believe eventually I'm going to start doing the Falcon hit on the top and bottom, you know, on like an alternative way there. And I guess another thing to do is to get everybody on haste there, so everybody gets their stuff, you know, so you can kind of do stuff a little bit more quickly. And well, I think eventually I get the top half killed off, and then eventually the bottom half kind of just dies off. So yeah, like I said, nothing really too hard there. Just kind of, like I said, just keep everybody, you know, everybody above, you know, like 300, I guess, and you should be all right. You should have those lapis items there, because I believe down in that Chrono lair place there, they actually gave like lapis items like crazy, like almost every battle, and you know, you pretty much get like a whole bunch of them. So here I started doing the, I think here I started doing the Falcon hit. And I believe the next time I actually hit the top half there, it actually kills it. And sometimes you can, if you got Marl in your party there, you can, since I got the silver stud on there, it kind of makes it easier to just do the cure ability, because it'll just, only costs like 1 MP there, so it's kind of pretty cool there. So just gonna use that as a heal a party fully. So there we go. So we get a little bit of experience and a good amount of tech points there. And so now we can get all the treasure chests here. The Aeon Helm we already had. We get another memory cap, and then I think this is like a full ether, and that's pretty much it there. So now we can actually just leave. I think I actually, what I do is I actually put on the memory cap on Chrono and Marl, I think, because as you can see there, it prevents the lock status, which means that those things that lock our tech abilities and items, we can actually use, like Marl and Chrono there, they can actually use those abilities there, so that will actually be great there. And I keep the sight cap on Ayla there because it actually prevents chaos there, so that's pretty good there. So after the battle there, you'll actually see this power tab right here. That wasn't there before, so you can actually I use that on Chrono, I believe. And his thing jumps to 185. So now we can leave, and we'll actually save outside there. Actually, I believe I go talk to Fiona there, and then I leave. I switch to get Robo in there. And so what I'm going to be doing here is I will have Robo stay in 600 AD there, and he'll be the worker there. And then what we'll have to do is go back to the 1000 AD there, where we can retrieve him, and the forest will be back there. And after we retrieve him, we'll actually have this little side thing there with Luca. And so we will be getting to that in the next video there. After I do, I give Robo away here for the moment there, and go to 1000 AD there. I'll actually save outside the. There will actually be a cathedral in her house right there. And so I will save just outside there, and that will be the end of the video here. So so right now we're pretty much near the end of the video here. And so next time we will be doing the little side thing there with Luca there. We'll retrieve Robo, and I'll be saving at the end of time there. But that will be the end of this video here. So next time we'll be getting into the rest of the forest up there. So see you next time. So anyways, that's the end of this video here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter, and I will catch you guys in the next video. So peace.